everyone, Susan here. Welcome back. So, this is going to be another story time video, and this video is going to be about my first ghost experience, or first paranormal experience with ghosts. It's of course when I was very young, because as we all know, when we're kids, we're more open to that kind of stuff. And so, as we get older, we tend to tune that stuff out, where I still sometimes see orbs, so ghost orbs. I will see them, because I'm still open to it. I never really closed that part off. And so I would say I was about maybe, it was before I started school, I know that, and I was living in like a cottage. They called it a cottage, but it was a house. But it was a cottage, and we had our own yard. Like, the yard was amazing. It was up in the bush. You didn't really know it was even there. And it wasn't that far from one of my aunts. It was just, like, down the road. Like, it wasn't that far of a walk, but you wouldn't notice it because you don't see it from the road. You have to take the road and drive down the road and around type of thing. So it was kind of nice. So I would say maybe I was 2. And so I was in this house. We had a playroom because it was big enough for a playroom and for my brother and I to each have our own room. And I was in the playroom playing, and one day I seen this guy, this older gentleman. He was standing by the window, and I was playing, and I can't remember if he talked to me or not. I just know that I saw him there. He didn't look mean, didn't look like he would hurt me or anything like that. But I do know that I communicated with him. Being a young child, hey, I'll talk to you. So I was talking to him. And my mom had come into the room, and she's like, who are you talking to? Because she couldn't see the man, where I could see the man clearly, clear as day. And I guess I had said, there's a man by the window. And she's like, no, there's not. Because first thought was like, oh my God, is there someone outside, like, peering in, staring at my child? And then she went and she looked, and there was no one out there. So she's like, okay. And she looked at me, and she's like, are you sure there's a man standing there? And I'm like, yeah, there's a man standing there. So she never thought anything about it. And a couple days went by, and I was in the living room, and there was a picture of my poppy, which is my mom's dad. And I'm like, I've seen that man before. And my mom's like, no, sweetie, he's dead. You mean from the picture? I'm like, no, that was the man in my playroom. Well, let's just say my mom didn't know what to say, because she was like, seriously? He was standing there? I'm like, yeah, that was the man that was standing in the playroom with me. Because she asked me a bunch of questions to make sure that it was him, and I wasn't just thinking that it was somebody else that looked like my poppy, but it was my poppy. I wasn't lying, man. And so, yeah, it didn't freak me out or anything. They don't And it's weird because I always thought that it would freak me out, but I love watching paranormal shows and paranormal movies and stuff like that because it doesn't scare me. I feel very safe, very... Now, I should be a little afraid because there are if you believe in it, there are things out there, entities and stuff that can be harmful to you if you believe in the paranormal. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt. Now, I've had experiences where I was working in a hotel when I was 16 for the summer. And I was cleaning rooms. I had been switched from the kitchen to cleaning rooms. Because I pretty much said, look, you need to decide to the boss. I said, look, you need to decide what you want me to do, this or that. I'm not doing both. I can't do both. So you need to decide what you want more, if you want me to be more up here or more in the kitchen. And so he decided to have me in housekeeping. So I was cleaning a room. I'd clean a room, clean the bathtub, everything. Okay? And I went back in, I think it was the next day. I went in to the room to check it, to make sure it was ready to go, wiped down, ready to go for guests. And I go in, and the bathtub is full of lukewarm water. And I'm like, this bathroom was cleaned. I cleaned it. I cleaned the tub. I remember wiping the tub down. And I just walk out of the room, and my boss was upstairs. I can't remember what exactly he was doing. He's like, what's up? I'm like, I know I cleaned this room and I cleaned the bathroom, but there's lukewarm water in a full bathtub. And I know I cleaned it. Because I remember wiping the tub. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. It's full of water. Like, what am I supposed about why it look? So he comes into the room and he's like, maybe you thought you cleaned the tub. And I'm like, no, I know I cleaned it. Like, I was getting really mad. And he's like, well, you do know this place is haunted, right? I'm like, yeah, but I never had I never had the ghosts or anything bother me before like that. Like, they leave me alone. Like, just let me do my job. Like, they're usually very helpful. They usually, if I'm looking for something and I can't find it, next thing I know, I turn around and it's right there, but it wasn't there a minute ago. So I never had any problems with them. And, well, yeah, so that was my experience of a ghost and a paranormal experience when I was 16. And now I'm 30 years old, and every once in a while, I will see orbs in my apartment. And I'm almost positive, I'm pretty sure no one's died in my apartment. And there have been people that have died in the building, but I've never seen anyone, I don't know of anyone dying in my apartment. So, yeah, it's kind of fun when I see something like this and I'm like, what's that? And I'm looking around and there's nothing there. So, yeah, it catches me off guard and it scares me in a sense that I'm not expecting it, so then it makes my heart jump and everything. I go, ugh! But other than that, it doesn't scare me. And, Craig, things that are actually there scare me more than things that aren't actually here. Like spiders, like, they scare me more than something that's not in the room, not here. So, figure that one out. So I hope you enjoyed this little story time video of my paranormal encounters, ghost encounters. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it the big old thumbs up. That really helps me out. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button if you like what you saw. And take a look at my channel as well, and you'll see other types of videos on there. And until next time, bye!